Hi everyone! So it's been a while since I made a video, but I thought for today's Advent word it would be appropriate just to speak a little bit. So today is December 9th and the word is root. I thought that root was a really important word actually that they put on this list, so I'm really happy that they did. They're all important, but especially root, because when we think of roots, the roots are the foundation of which things are built and which things are grown. If you think of plants and trees, they have to have roots before they can start to grow and develop. If you think about buildings, they have to have a structure that's the foundation before they can start building, which is the root of the building. And then if we think about it in our own lives, right, we have roots that we come from, traditions that have been passed down to us, the things that we believe, and even just as Christians, being rooted in Jesus is the foundation for the things that we do, for going to church, for reading scripture, for praying, for the acts of love and kindness that we do, the charity work that we do. It's all rooted in Jesus. So as I kept thinking about roots being this foundational thing in which something is built upon, and it can go so deep and be so historical, I thought about how there's good things in which we are rooted in that are passed down, whether it's tradition or culture, food, beliefs. But then there's also the things that have been passed down that are so stuck in our roots that's either hurtful or damaging to ourselves or the people around us. And as we think of our lives and what we're rooted in, and not only our lives, but even our country's lives, and we think of what roots us, what is that foundation which we come, it's important to look at the things that are good and that are positive and that we want to keep passing down, and then the things that are not so good, the things that we need to keep changing, the things that when we look around us and we're like, that shouldn't be, to be aware of it and not be afraid to change it. And then sometimes even to go a little bit further, when we think of our roots, there are some roots that are so deep within us that sometimes when they need to change, we have to uproot, we have to dig deep, we have to uproot it, and we have to try to build some other roots. And that's not to ignore it or to just say it never happened, but to acknowledge that it's there and to acknowledge that it needs to be changed. And not be afraid of making that change, even though it can be uncomfortable. And just to know that as Christians, as we're looking and reflecting on our roots, Christ's love is with us and will remain with us, and it's not going to be perfect. At the same time, because we are so loved, and we want to go out and spread that love and that good news to others, and because we are rooted in our past and our present and our future, we have to not be afraid to acknowledge it and keep working on it, and to keep passing the things that are good and change, and sometimes uproot the things that we no longer need.